Welcome back to Real Talk with Brian and Dan on 1150 KKNW. I'm Dan.
I'm Brian.
Wow, it's totally backwards. I'm not used to that. I'm used to you saying you're Brian first. Our next guest is Art Stone of Honest Biscuits. Art Stone is the owner of Honest Biscuit, based in Pike Place Market in downtown Seattle. He started the company in 2011 selling biscuits from the local farmers market, and today they sell all sorts of Southern and baked related foods of all kinds. Stone grew up in North Carolina and made biscuits with his grandmother on a farm in Sampson County. After careers in filmmaking and the law, Art moved to Seattle to start Honest Biscuits. Welcome to the show, Art.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So we're going to ask you hobbies and interests when you're not working, which may be right now, but I know you're managing your business. What are some of your hobbies and interests?
Well, I hate to copy Aaron's answer, but as a small business owner, it's more hobbies that I used to have, like hiking and cooking was a big one. I try to do that as much as I can, but yeah, early stage anyway, in small businesses, you spend most of your time working in the business in one way or
another. Yeah, it's true. We'd like to ask each of our guests to share a fond memory of the home that they grew up in. What's your story?
Well, mine is actually, it was the transition between two homes. It's just kind of funny. We moved from our first home to my parents' I guess dream home that they built, which is still my dad still lives in, but we're in the moving process, and somehow we ended up, my dad and I, at the old house with 2 cars and nobody else. And I was 15 at the time, had my learner's permit, and my dad is a real law and order, play by the rules kind of guy, but he just couldn't figure out what he was going to do to get the car over there. So he let me drive without him in the car. That was my first time driving by myself for like 2 miles from the old house to the new house. But they were both great houses, but that's
quite a story.
That's awesome. So tell us about Honest Biscuits.
Well, we call it Honest to Goodness Kick-Ass Biscuits. We use all local, all natural ingredients. We sell other related Southern food as well. But the biggest thing, we started in the farmers markets. I started originally baking the biscuits and going to the farmers markets and selling them by myself, and eventually got help and hired people and grew from there. But it's all about the local ingredients. We use shepherd's grain flour, which is the wheat's grown in Washington State. And we started developing other flavors with things like Beecher's cheese in them. And then the flavors grew as we met new farmers. We, had started adding different flavors based on the cool ingredients that we found in the farmers markets.
How'd you end up making biscuits in Seattle?
Well, I felt like I needed a life change. And so we moved to Seattle, and I sort of took stock of my life, and I'd always wanted I'd always been happiest working in food. So I wanted to start a food business. And the biscuit part just came about. I tried a bunch of different ideas, but it was kind of the most honest. I grew up in the South, and like I said in the bio, I made biscuits with my grandmother, and people just really responded to it really well.
So the elephant in the room is your business has been affected by the COVID-19 outbreak. How have you been affected?
Well, normally March is a great time of year for a lot of small businesses, but especially businesses in the market, because it's the time when, after the deadly slow winter, things start to pick up. But that didn't happen this year, and kind of went the opposite direction. Our business is down quite a bit before the order this week of people not being able to eat out. So it's gradually gone from half takeout and half delivery to mostly delivery. So we're hanging in there.
So you guys are delivering out to the community?
Well, we go through several partners like Uber Eats. I'll mention them because they just recently, I guess because of this, they said they're not going to charge the restaurants their usual fees during this time. So,
wow, that's great.
So we have several delivery partners like that.
So how are you seeing this affecting the hospitality industry in general? Is it across the board for everybody, or what are you seeing?
Oh, yeah, it really is. I mean, a lot of restaurants have closed. I mean, as of last week, it was over 40, and I'm sure it's way more now.
Wow.
I mean, now because of the order this week, a lot of people, tried to do the takeout thing, but unless they already kind of had that going for them, it hasn't worked. So places have closed temporarily. A number of restaurants have closed permanently. And the biggest impact is, I think, on the employees. There's so many employees now that are losing hours or being laid off entirely.
So how can our listeners support a business like yours? I mean, not just your business, but businesses like yours right now.
Yeah, I would encourage that, to support as many as you can. The hospitality industry, I feel like, is hard to hit, but it's kind of trickling down to everybody. So anything you can do to purchase things from these businesses, if you can buy gift certificates. I mean, we ship our biscuits all across the country, so anybody can buy our biscuits and support that. But yeah, I would just do anything you can to support these businesses, particularly the small independent businesses. I feel like the bigger chains and stuff, nothing against them, but I feel like they have more resources to survive something like this.
Well, Art, let me add something to that, because I think you mentioned something that I want the listeners to pay attention to is you can actually buy gift cards. And when you buy gift cards directly from these vendors, whoever they are, that money goes into their accounts right away. And then when the stuff comes back around, you can go out and get your food. So if you're out there and you're thinking, man, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to kind of call the local business, say, hey, can I buy a gift card for $30? Can I buy a gift card for dinner for $20 or $25? That's a huge, huge hit. And I think that's one way that you can just order half dozen gift cards for the meals that you're saving money on, probably by eating the frozen hot dogs that are in the freezer.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, that's we're doing our house. We're like, hey, we got a bunch of frozen stuff here. Let's do that. And in our office too, just today, we had somebody run out and buy a bunch of takeout from a local place and bring it back. And tomorrow is Mediterranean Kitchen, one of my favorites.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah, you can't know how much the small businesses appreciate that. And I just wanted to also say something. The Seattle Good Business Network has on their website, they're promoting all kinds of local small businesses. And I think next week they're going to have one specifically devoted to people open during this time, but also how you can help out small businesses during this time.
What's it called?
The Seattle Good Business Network.
The Seattle Good Business Network. Okay.
Art, you say you ship your biscuits. Can people buy from you online?
Yes.
Yeah. So how do they reach you? How do we do that?
honestbiscuits.com. And we're on GoBelly, but there's links on our website to all of that stuff.
So what kind of things can they get online?
Mostly biscuits. We also ship like our coffee from Seven Coffee Roasters, another local small business. We ship biscuit mixes. We have, things, t-shirts and mugs and stuff like that, but mostly biscuits.
So biscuits and swag, right?
Exactly.
What's your favorite biscuit? What's your personal favorite?
My personal is called the McGregor. It has bacon in it, Beecher's cheese, and caramelized onion.
Sounds good. Yeah, let's order some biscuits.
I was going to say, what time you guys open tomorrow?
8 a.m.
8 a.m.
All right.
Okay. I'll be down there and get some biscuits. So finally, is there anything else that we can share with anybody listening out there and how we can support you and your business this week?
No, just like I said, I mean, it's, like you said, some people don't want to go out, but I think a lot of the delivery services are adapting. You can get no contact delivery where just leave the food. And I mean, I know that every restaurant is hyper aware of cleanliness and sanitation and protecting both you and ourselves and our workers from transferring any of this. So you should be able to feel some confidence in that.
Awesome.
Art, thank you for coming on the show. Really,
thank you for having me.
Yeah. So remember, all segments of our show are available to watch on our YouTube channel. If you're interested in learning more about any of our guests, please subscribe. Join us after the break for some final thoughts and something fun to do.